one's quite opening up. She's moving forward. She pops it into number 9 after the drive. Nice block there from Olympus. It is now Olympus ball once again. Nobody quite ahead of anyone. 4.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. She gives it to number 5, Amelia Stringham. They're calling for it to go to the set. Amelia Stringham launches it in there, but by then, Herriman's ready for it. But there's Cambria Daly reading the defensive play. Ordinary foul is called. And shot clock runs out. Good play from Olympus. Herriman takes the ball. Ball goes back to Maddie Goldhart. She gives the ball to Haley Holmes, number 10. She pops it over to number 9, Cambry Foster. Back to Haley Holmes. She gives it to number 3. That is Allie Wells. Back up to Haley Holmes. She steps up and shoots. Taken away by Olympus. It is Olympus ball. Long pass over to Bella Ferroni. She snaps it over to Cambria Daly. Cara Hughes fighting in set. No one's quite opening up for her. Herriman goes for the steal. They're calling for the weak. Long pass over to Amelia Stringham. Cannot quite get the ball there, and it's taken away by Herriman. Number 3 with the ball right now. That is Allie Wells. She passes it down to number 10. That is Haley Holmes. And nice steal there from Elle Graham, taking it away. Olympus ball once again. There's an exclusion on Herriman. Olympus with a 6-on-5 opportunity. Ball goes to Eden Lewis. Over to Amelia Stringham. She's going to move forward. Back to Eden Lewis. Goes to Cambria Daly. She's going to move forward. She steps up. She shoots off the crossbar. Back off the... Wow. What a shot that was. Cambria Daly takes a shot. Hits it off the crossbar. Hits the back of number 2's head and then goes in. And the first goal of the game from Olympus. Current score is 2-1. Ball goes back to number 9. That is Cambry Foster. She pops it over to number 2, Shelby Hawes. Shelby Hawes looking for a pass. Ordinary foul. She steps up. She's moving forward. No one's coming to her. Ball goes over to number 12, Madeline Rabb. She shoots. Manages to lob it over the goalie's arm. Barely sneaking that one in. Good shot there from number 12, Madeline Rabb. Once again, Herriman with the 2-point lead. Ball goes back to the Olympus goalie. Pops it over to number 10, Elle Graham. She gives it to Cambria Daly. Cambria Daly's looking for a pass. Great defense here from number 6. They call for the weak. She gives it to the set instead. She's fighting to get it out of there. Cannot get it out. Once again, seeing some iffy passes from Olympus. The ball is tried to give into number 12, but she's not quite ready for it, and Elle Graham takes that one away with a quick thinking move. Looks like there's an injury for Herriman. They're going to switch. Looks like number 4 is going to hop out for Herriman. And in comes looks like number 6 is going to come in for us. Number 9 is coming in for us. Ball goes back to the goalie. And Olympus is on offense. Ball goes to Elle Graham. She's fighting for position. Ordinary foul is called. She goes to give it into the set. Pops it out to Ava Ransom after the crash. She steps up. Back into Cara Hughes, but there's 3 Herriman defenders there. She steps up and shoots anyways. Right to the goalie's hands, and she takes that one away. Good block there from Maddie Goldhart. Ball goes to number 2. That is Shelby Hawes. She fights for the ball. She steps up, passes it over to number 6, Breeze Olson. Ordinary foul. She steps up and shoots. Was not outside, and Olympus is now on offense. Ball goes to number 8, Eden Lewis, who pops it long over to Ava Ransom. They're calling for the weak. She puts it into set once again. Pops it out to Elle Graham. Here comes the defense behind her. Pops it back out to Eden Lewis. Gives it to Amelia Stringham. No defense on her. She shoots and skips. And Madison Goldhart snags that one away. 30 seconds remain for Herriman to make something happen. Still a tight game here. Ball goes to number 6, Breeze Olson. Breeze Olson fighting. She pops it out to number 9, Cambry Foster. Back into Breeze Olson. Good defense here from Cambry Daly, not letting her move. Ordinary foul. She steps up and shoots. She's not outside. Shot clock runs out. And that is the end of the second quarter. Seems Olympus's coach was not happy about how the clock was running that last couple seconds. But nonetheless, at the end of the second quarter, we have Herriman 3, Olympus 1. And we will see you in the next quarter.
All right, hello there, everyone, and welcome to our 18 and under Division I boys Herriman versus Olympus game. Our current score is 3-0 with Olympus in the lead. And Olympus gains the ball back at the 2-meter corner throw after the goalie touches it to make it go out. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry about that, I was just getting rosters. Chase Daly, number 11 for Olympus, starts to drive it in. He's overwhelmed by his defense, but luckily he manages to gain an ordinary foul outside of the 6-meter, shoots it, and it is blocked down by number 1, Jake Dotter. I remember learning how to say this one from a teammate. Jake Doherty, I remember now. Okay, Jake Doherty, the goalie for Herriman. That was a great steal there by number 8, Thomas Lambert. I think it's Thomas. I don't know. There's 2 Lambert brothers on this team, and I can't remember which one is which, but I think that's Thomas. Ball is passed from the goalie Zachary Petty over to Chase Daly. Some good press defense here from Herriman, but Olympus does not let that stop them. They get it into center. Ethan Tennell with an attempted shot there gains an exclusion on number 3, White, Caleb Turnbow. Ball is passed around the outside. Ethan Tennell looking for that beautiful redirect there, but it is knocked up and out by Jake Doherty, the Herriman goalie, once again. I believe it's a 2-meter? Oh, I see. Never mind. It was not knocked out by the goalie. It was actually knocked out by the head of number 8, White, Ethan Murray. And the ball is given back to Herriman. Apparently the referee did not see the ball touch the goalie's hands. And therefore it is Herriman ball. Also, my apologies for not being here in the first however long it's been. I was getting changed after my game. Number 3, White, Caleb Turnbow gains the ordinary foul up top. Joseph Wardle playing some great press defense on him. Number 3 gains another ordinary foul. He picks it up, passes it over to number 12. 12 takes the shot, and it skies over the top of the cage, and the ball bounces back in. Olympus storms down the field, but Herriman is doing a good job of keeping up with them. Ball goes to Chase Daly, and Andy Neff with a great drive in gets the ball, pumps, and it just barely hits the crossbar and bounces out. That was an attempted shot there by number 6, Stark, Andy Neff. Number 8, Dark, Thomas Lambert playing some great defense on number 12, White here. But 12, White does manage to get it into his center, who pops it back out to number 12. 12 takes the shot and just barely skips it outside of the cage. That was an attempted shot by number 12, White, Brennan Jaquetta. Ball gets passed to Carter McCombie, who flails around a little bit to gain that ordinary foul. He looks like he's not very happy right now. He takes the ball, passes it into center. Very risky pass there, but it does manage to skip under number 8's arms. And that is a great shot and goal by number 10, Dark, Ethan Tennell, who seems very happy about that shot. We've got a little under 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter here, and then we will go into a quick break between our 2 first quarters. Well, if you can hear Ethan Tennell in there yelling, apparently he was not quite ready for that ball to come in, but he made it work anyway. Ball's passed around the outside for Herriman. Some good center defense going on for Jaden Courtney here. Number 8 starts to drive, but he is thwarted there by number 4, Dark, Quinn Snow. 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Ball's passed up to Chase Daly. Great press defense there from number 10, Dark, Connor Miller. But unfortunately, he does get excluded, and that will end the quarter there. Our current score is 4-0 with Olympus in the lead. If they win the sprint the next time around, they will start man up. And if Herriman wins the sprint next time, they will bring their person in from the ejection box. So we will see you back for quarter number 2. And just to answer your question in the live chat, I'm not entirely sure why these teams aren't playing at the summer games, but we do have Olympus Herriman games going all night, so stay tuned for those. I'm sure there are some pretty fantastic teams in the summer games too, so those have got to be some pretty good games as well. Hello and welcome back to our Olympus versus Herriman 18U men's game. The chase, yes. The sprint there was won by number 11, Dark Chase Daly for Olympus. And the ball is passed over to Ethan Tennell to begin the first possession of the second quarter. This did start Olympus man up, and that was a great shot and goal by number 5, Dark, Carter McCombie. Olympus made quick work of that 6-on-5 play. They were not willing to let that time go to waste. Ethan Tennell starting off some really strong press defense on number 12, White, Brennan Jaquetta. But 12 manages to gain the ordinary foul, passes it all the way into center, who attempts a backhand. It ends up with number 11, White, and that was a great shot and goal by number 11, White, Braden Johnson, a recovery from his center's attempted backhand. This puts Herriman on the board, and our current score is 5-1 with Olympus in the lead. Ethan Tennell looks like he's ready and set, but the ball is not being passed to him. It's being passed around the outside. Jaden Courtney fighting for position, manages to get it into Ethan Tennell, who turns, shoots, and puts it in that beautiful low corner there. That was a great goal by number 10, Dark, Ethan Tennell. White has a little bit of an easier time finding a pass this time around. It does get back into the center. Jaden Courtney with some very risky defense there. Luckily, Andy Neff was there to take away some more of the advantage. The ball bounces off of the post there from number 7's shot. And it looks like number 4, White, Joseph Goldhart there, thought that he was passing out to one of his teammates, but he was actually passing it to number 4, Dark, Quinn Snow, and the ball is sent back to Olympus. Ball is set to Ethan Tennell, who pops it out to, looks like, Joseph Wardle. Wardle gains the ordinary foul, passes it over to Jaden Courtney, who tries to get it back into Ethan Tennell. Very risky pass, but Ethan makes work with it and skips it into a corner. Another great goal there by number 10, Dark, Ethan Tennell. He is having a fire game tonight. He's making even the worst passes work. Number 3, White, there is pretty tired of Ethan Tennell's defense stopping everyone at the 3. So he just throws the ball ahead and swims. Now was an exclusion on number 12, Dark, Jaden Courtney. 3 walks it in. And a beautiful shot and goal there by number 3, White, Caleb Turnbow. He knew what he wanted and he took that goal. And that brings Herriman up to 2 goals versus Olympus's 7. Chase Daly with a great drive going on there. He takes the ball up and skips it in the corner. Another great goal there by number 11 Dark, Chase Daly. Chase Daly and Ethan Tunnell are definitely being front runners in this game so far for Olympus. They have put up, I'm almost certain, all of those goals. Ethan Tunnell spots someone in the crowd that he's very excited to see. And that reminds me that if you have any support to say for our athletes, please leave it in the live chat. We'll give them a shout out on the announcements here. We love to see when you're supporting your athletes. We love to have these live streams mean something to everyone. And that was an ordinary foul gained by number 11, White Braden Johnson, who keeps Herriman in the with the possession there. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Andy Neff with some great press defense, not allowing 11 to pass anywhere. And that is the shot clock. Ethan Tunnell wide ahead of his defense. A great pass up to him. The goalie comes out to try and meet him, Jake Doherty there. Ethan can't really see among all the white water, and he throws it just outside of the left-hand side of the cage. Attempted pass into center there, almost stolen by Chase Daly, but number 4 White, Joseph Goldhart, manages to gain the ordinary foul. 6 White takes the ball out. Does not put it into play, and it is dark ball once more. Ethan Tunnell, yet again, way ahead of his defense. He swims up, takes another shot. Great, beautiful block there by number 1 for Herriman, Jake Doherty. Jake is really stepping up his game in this second quarter here. He knows where Ethan likes to shoot, in that bottom left-hand corner or in the bottom right-hand corner, and he is taking advantage of every second of it. 11 White, Braden Johnson with a great drive there, but Carter oh no, that's Andy Neff, keeping up with him really well. 11 gains the ordinary, passes it over to number 6, who takes a shot, and it is just barely tipped over the cage by the Olympus goalie, and is set at the 2-meter for a corner throw for number 7, Aaron Cabanis. Andy Neff with some immediate press defense, steals the ball, goes back to Olympus. He manages to protect it. Chase Daly continues to drive into center. He gets number 6 on his back, and there's an exclusion call on number 6, White, whose name I do not have on this roster, so sorry, number 6. And that was a beautiful goal there by number 11, Dark, Chase Daly. A little anticlimactic there, but with a great assist from number 4, Dark, Thomas Lambert. That is a really difficult thing to do. And if you watch that footage, Chase Daly got up very, very high out of the water. Joseph Goldhart attempting the 3 position up here. He manages to get around Andy Neff, who does not let up, continues to stay with Goldhart as he drives in. Goldhart passes over to his teammate, whose number I cannot see. And that was a beautiful backhand by 11 White, Braden Johnson. Definitely not expected there by the Olympus goalie, and it bounces off the post and into the cage.
But I'm not essential at the moment.
Yes, you are. Olympus passes the ball around the outside. Looks like Herriman is definitely stepping up their defense to not allow many passes into center. Great skip shot attempt there by number 8, Dark, Thomas Lambert. And the ball goes back to Herriman after it bounces off the crossbar and is passed back to, Jake, the Herriman goalie. Under a minute remaining in the second quarter here, then we'll go into our halftime break. Our current score is 9-3 with Olympus in the lead. We got Joseph Goldhart up there trying to gain that ordinary foul, not quite able to. So he passes it down to number 10, who has no defense on him. 10 puts it into center. And an attempted sweep shot is knocked out by number 3, Dark Joseph Wardle. Once again, we have under a minute remaining in this second quarter here. Ball is passed around the outside. Looks like Olympus is definitely getting most of their goals in this game off of their counterattacks, and their setup play is a bit thwarted by Herriman's defense, which has looked really strong in this 3-3 play. Jaden Courtney with an attempted shot just barely manages to get behind Jake Doherty's back, but Jake manages to fetch it before it goes in the cage. And the ball is given to number 4 White, Joseph Goldhart. Goldhart passes over to number 10, who tries to pass it into center, but Thomas Lambert is right there ready to take the ball back. And that is the end of our first half, so we will see you all back after the halftime break. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to the third quarter of our Olympus versus Herriman 18 and under D1 game. My apologies for being a little late on the announcements here. I was complaining about my calorie count for the day. That was exclusion on number 3, White, Caleb Turnbow, sending Olympus into yet another power play right off of the sprint. Ethan Donnell tries to skip it in, and it is blocked out by one of the Herriman players. I couldn't quite see who. And the ball goes back to the Herriman goalie. Attempted shot there, looks like by number 11, White, Braden Johnson, but it is knocked down by goalie Landon Vance. And it goes back to being Olympus's ball. Ethan Snell walks it in and skips it into a corner. Great goal by number 10, Dark, Ethan Snell. Not a good idea. Ethan Snell once again with his super strong press defense right off the bat. Joseph Goldhart manages to get the ball just down the line. Thomas Lambert kind of mirroring Ethan's defense here. Attempted shot by number 12 White, Brennan Jaquetta, is bounced over the cage and is thrown back into the hands of Landon Vance. Ethan Janelle passes it around the outside. Chase Daly is ready in the center. Joseph Wardle tries to get it into him. And looks like number 6 White. Yes, number 6 White, whose name I once again do not have on this roster, is excluded. Risky pass over to Joseph Wardle. There's some strong press defense on the way out by Herriman, but a great goal nonetheless by number 8, Dark Thomas Lambert. I'm D1 women.
I hope not, or you better get ready.
Oh, sorry, my brain just gave up. The ball is passed back to the outside for Herriman. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Ball is passed into center, but Ethan Tennell is right there to steal the ball back and earns the ordinary foul. I can speak the English language and I know water polo terminology. Number 6 White manages to go over to Chase Daly's shoulder. Chase Daly attempts a helicopter backhand. I don't think he was far out enough is I think the issue there. But you know, Chase Daly sometimes just likes to do helicopter backhands for the fun of it. We don't really know. Anyway, the ball goes back to Herriman. Number 11 starts to move the ball in. Gains an ordinary foul, looks for anyone he can pass it to, does not put it into play, and it is back to Olympus's ball. Thomas Lambert with an attempted pass up there, but a great knockdown by Joseph Goldhart, number 4. Ball's passed into what I'm assuming is Herriman's center at the moment, but he's set up at the 6, so I'm not entirely sure. This is a big old mess. Chase Daly gets up once again outside of the 6 this time and puts it in a corner. Great goal by number 11, Dark Chase Daly. The refs have started just kind of granting Herriman the foul right off the bat there because they know that Ethan's going to be pressing hard. And that was a great shot and goal by number 4 White, Joseph Goldhart. Beautiful skip right underneath Landon Vance's arm.
Good luck, ladies. I love you. Good luck, good luck, good luck.
And be sure to stay tuned for our next game, which will be our Division II women's game, Herriman versus Olympus. It is definitely going to be an exciting one. Ball is passed around. Carter McCombie walks it in a little bit. Thomas Lambert decides to take the shot, and it is a great knockdown by Jake Doherty, the Herriman goalie. Number 12 tries to pass it up to number 11, but 11 is not quite paying attention, and Landon Vance manages to steal the ball out from behind his head without him knowing until after it is gone. The boys on the Olympus team are communicating well. They're definitely moving around a lot. But Herriman's press defense is pretty phenomenal so far with this 3-3 setup. Ethan Tennell tries to take that shot. Another great knockdown by Jake Doherty, the Herriman goalie. And with just under 2 minutes left, our current score is 12-4 with Olympus in the lead. Carter McCombie with a great steal there. Risky pass from number 12 White. Carter McCombie swims down the pool there. He's got number 11 on his back, but he pulls up and puts it in a corner. Great goal there by number 5, Dark, Carter McCombie. Herriman passes the ball down the line to their center, who is setting up once again at the 6. Joseph Goldhart tries to backhand it, just barely skips it outside of the right-hand side of the cage, and it is given back to Landon Vance. Joseph Wardle with a risky 50-50 pass there to Ethan Tennell. Ethan is quickly overwhelmed by his defense, but he does not seem to care because he puts that ball in the cage. I am not sure how he did that. He could not see anything from my standpoint, and, you know, he's almost legally blind anyway, so I'm not sure how he sees anything, but impressive shot from Ethan Tennell, number 10 Dark. Attempted shot there, bounces off of the crossbar and into the hands of Landon Vance. Also, if you happen to see any wristbands on any of the Olympus players, it's because they have their prom tomorrow and they're required to wear their wristbands until tomorrow for some reason. Their school is requiring them to continue wearing the wristbands for like 2 days. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Olympus. I can't quite see what's happening right now. Just a second. Ball's passed into Ethan Tennell in the center. Beautiful sweep shot from Ethan. Results in yet another goal from Olympus. 30 seconds remaining on the game clock for this third quarter here. We'll see what Herriman can do with it. That's an exclusion on 3 Dark, Joseph Wardle away from the ball, so I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but it does send Herriman into a power play. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock here. Beautiful knockdown by Landon Vance. He's chased down by number 11, but that is the shot clock and the end of the quarter. We'll go into our 2-minute break here, and we'll be back for quarter number 4 in just a second. And that is the beginning of the first quarter. Sprint is won by number 8 White, whose name I will have in just a second. Hold on. Ethan Murray. Ball is passed around the outside. Looks like their center is being able to set up at the 2 right now, but Joseph Wardle is fronting them difficultly. Yes, that is an adverb that I should have been using. Anyway, there was a contra foul called away from the ball there. Thomas Lambert takes the ball, puts it into play. and sets it to Chase Daly, who helicopter backhands it out of the right-hand side of the cage. And the ball floats back into the pool. No one seems to really notice. You know, it's that classic kind of, I have no idea what's going on. Goalie needs to get the ball back to the coach. No one knows what's happening. Everyone has time to set up. And there we go. Number 12 starts to walk the ball in. And there is a contra foul called away from the ball. I believe that it was for the center, probably swimming up and underneath the Olympus player. Ball's passed into center. Chase Daly there flops around a little bit, gets the exclusion on number 10, White, Connor Miller. Attempted redirect to Chase Daly goes just a little bit far. Ethan Tennell says, my fault. And the ball is headed back to Herriman. Although I will say that I don't think that Olympus needs to be super worried about the goals right now, considering they're 15-4. But, you know, that's just my opinion. Anyway. Olympus is playing an interesting form of defense where they're kind of going back and forth with two defenders on one person all the time. Not really sure what that is, but number 10 gets up. And a beautiful block down by Landon Vance. Looks like he's going to try and recover it. Number 3, great shot, but it is blocked out by Landon Vance, so it is given back to Herriman. Great attempted shot there by number 3, White, Caleb Turnbow, that got the Herriman team their corner throw there. And since he is live, number 3 takes the shot right off the bat. Landon Vance knocks it out yet again. And there is another corner throw. This is going to be Herriman's 3rd possession in a row. Looks like there was an attempted redirect there from number 12, Brennan Giacchetta, but it bounced off of his face and into the arms of Landon Vance. Olympus gains the ordinary foul, and the ball goes back to them. Ethan Donnell sets the ball to Chase Daly, who tries to put it in a corner there. Great block down by Jake Doherty, who continues to protect the ball. Number 10 comes in to protect his goalie, and the ball is given to Herriman. That's the thing about going after the goalie, is that you can usually count on the fact that the ref is going to give the advantage to the goalie because there's only one of them and there's about 12 field players. Completely blind backhand there from Brennan Giacchetta. Goes right over Landon Vance's shoulder. Don't think he was really expecting it. Great goal by number 12, White, Brennan Giacchetta. Ethan Schnell starts to walk the ball in. Some great press defense there from number 11, White. Braden Johnson does not manage to stop him. That is another goal by number 10, Dark, Ethan Tennell. Olympus is definitely being a little more lenient on that 3 position there. They were able to get a pretty clean pass with no one in the way. Joseph Goldhart tries to gain the ordinary foul. Refs are not having it, so he just takes the shot, and it bounces out of the right-hand side of the cage, giving the ball back to Landon Vance. There's an exclusion on number 11, White, Braden Johnson, sending Olympus into yet another power play here. For those of you keeping track, I think that's 4 power plays for Olympus now. Jaden Courtney tries the shot there. It's recovered by Joseph Wardle somehow. Pass back out to Ethan Tennell. Shot again by Jaden Courtney and knocked down by a couple of field blockers and the Herriman goalie. We've got just over 2 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter here. Herriman is putting up a good fight. The score does not reflect the level of play on these teams. They are both really doing fantastic out there in the water. And an attempted, I think, kick out from Joseph Goldhart there. Ends in a steal from Chase Daly, number 11 for Olympus. Ref makes the mistake of calling the wrong way, but it's all right. She quickly repairs it, says that it is indeed Olympus ball. Chase Daly yet again tries a helicopter backhand, misses once more. Herriman manages to draw the ordinary foul before Carter McCombie steals it. 11 takes the ball, puts it in play, gives it to Joseph Goldhart. A great knockdown from Landon Vance. He is having a killer game this time around. He's acting like an absolute wall in the water there. Passes it all the way over to Chase Daly in center, who gets it over to Jaden Courtney. Jaden gets up, skips it just barely outside of the cage, giving the ball back to Herriman with just under a minute remaining in the fourth quarter here. Our current score is 16-5 with Olympus in the lead. Attempted pass into Joseph Goldhart there is stolen by Ethan Tennell. Coach Stringham does a sub right there of Andy Neff in for Ethan Tennell. A legal substitution. Just under 30 seconds in the game, 10 seconds on the shot clock for Olympus. Not sure if they'll be looking to dump it or to score, probably to score knowing them. Great block by Jake Doherty there for Herriman. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Joseph Goldhart with the ball, and a great shot and goal by Joseph Goldhart, number 4 for Herriman. 5 seconds remaining on the game clock. Olympus will probably just spread out, pass the ball around, make sure that they can hold on to their, 10-goal lead. 2-1, and that is the game. Really great job to both teams tonight. They both played really phenomenally. Our final score is 16-6 with Olympus with the win. Join us next time. Join us for the next game, which is our Division II Olympus women versus Herriman women. It's going to be a fun one, so we'll see you for that. Hello there, everyone, and welcome to our Division II 18 and under women's game. It's Olympus versus Herriman. Olympus did win the sprint there, but Herriman quickly stole it back. We got number 7 sprinting up ahead. She passes it across the pool. Shoots and scores. That was a great goal by number 4, white, Lindsay Thornton. Now Olympus with the possession here. Herriman is doing some pretty strong press defense. They do manage to get the ball over to number 10, Mia Johnson. Picks it up, shoots it. Goalie manages to block it out and protect it. That was a great block by number 1, white, Amelia Rhodes. Olympus is retaliating with just as strong of a press defense on this next possession here. 6 white does manage to gain the ordinary foul. That's Josette Gonzalez. And that is the shot clock running out, so it is back to Olympus ball. Penelope Knight puts the ball in play, starts to swim it forward. I'm not sure if she's live to shoot at this point, but she might be. She is. I could not remember the rules for a second there, but that was a great goal by number 12, dark Penelope Knight. Poppy Knight. Sorry, she might hate that I call her Penelope. Brianna Petty with a great steal there. Ball under immediately. She puts it in play by passing it back to Penelope Knight. Swims down. No defense on her whatsoever. Poppy gets up. Tries to shoot it, just barely skies it over the cage, and the ball is given back to the Herriman goalie. Now, I was thinking earlier about telling people that they should... Oh, real quick, that was actually a pretty risky 50-50 pass from the Herriman goalie, stolen by number 9, dark Brianna Petty, who swims in, gets up, almost puts it in, recovers it, and puts it in the cage. Great shot and goal by number 9, dark Brianna Petty. Now, earlier I was thinking about telling all of you to like this video and subscribe to Game On Live Studios, and then I realized that the way that I was going to say it made me sound like I was a YouTube vlogger, and I'm not sure that I want that to be what this channel becomes. So, you know, if you like it, like the video, and if you like what we do, go ahead and subscribe. And I'll leave it at that so I don't sound like a YouTube vlogger. That's an exclusion on someone? I could have sworn that there was an exclusion there, but I'm not entirely sure. But that was a great goal there. Okay, that was an exclusion on number 4, dark Emmy Wardle. And then a goal by, I think, number 7, white Genova Hansen. I don't know. That was very confusing, but it's all right now. Current score is 2-1 with Herriman in the lead. No, Olympus in the lead. Wait. That seems wrong. I don't know. Poppy Knight tries to pass it into Brianna Petty. It goes a little far. Goalie almost lets it in the cage. Brianna chases after it for a second. Goalie passes it all the way out. Little bit of a fight for the ball there, and it is given back to Herriman. Olympus learned their lesson, it seems, from the first time that they got beat by all the Herriman girls, or sprinting-wise, I mean. And they are not letting it happen again. They are staying way ahead of their defenders. Emmy Wardle with some strong press defense there. Attempted pass into center from number 7, white Genova Hansen, ends up at Elle Graham, the Olympus goalie. She manages to get it up to Mia Johnson. Brianna Petty, no defense on her in the center. Brianna Petty gets up and puts it in the cage. Another great goal there by number 9, dark Brianna Petty. That brings our score 3-2. Some great press defense there from Megan Stringham. Number 5 is having a difficult time finding a pass, and a great steal there by number 13, Dark, Megan Stringham. Megan moves down the field, almost is stolen back by number 5, Wyatt Ava Mingo. But Megan prevails and puts the ball in the cage. A beautiful bar down there. We have just over a minute remaining in this first quarter here. Our current score is 4-2 with Olympus in the lead. And it is Herriman ball currently. Megan Stringham with yet another almost steal there. It's managed to be recovered by Genova Hansen and Brecken Del Rio. Lots of a kind of a scuffle there for the ball, but it ends up with Penelope Knight winning. Got 2 Olympus players there with no defense on them. One of them is now covered. Brianna Petty goes in for the shot. And she manages to get it in once again. Another great goal there by number 9, Dark, Brianna Petty. She is on fire tonight. Just under a minute remains in this first quarter here. Our current score is 5-2. Very risky 50-50 passes here from Herriman. Number 4 does manage to recover it. Lindsay Thornton. But a great steal there by number 4, Dark, Emmy Wardle. Little bit of a struggle for the ball here. 10 seconds remaining on the game clock. Izzy Johnson picks up the ball, almost shoots it, or does shoot it. It bounces off of the goalie's head. Brianna Petty manages to get that ball back in the cage. Number 9, Dark, Brianna Petty with yet another goal. And that is the end of our first quarter. Our current score is 6-2 with Olympus in the lead, and we will be back for quarter number 2. Hello everyone and welcome back to quarter 2 of our Division 2 women's game, Herriman versus Olympus. Our current score is 6-2, and that was number 7 White, Genova Hansen with the win on the sprint. However, Ainsley Marsh, that's her last name, Ainsley Marsh manages to quickly steal it back and gives it up to Megan Stringham, who gets up and puts it in a corner. Great goal there by number 13 Dark, Megan Stringham. An attempted pass over to number 2, Brecklin Del Rio. Brecklin gets excluded there. Ball's passed up to Brianna Petty, and another great goal by number 9, Dark Brianna Petty. Once again, she is on fire today. Also, Olympus has had a change in the goal. Right now we have 1A in Ava Ransom. That's her name. I continue to want to say Ava Conti, even though she is simply a girl who's in my English class, and I don't know why I can't stop from saying Ava Conti. Don't forget to put your support for our athletes in the live chat. We love to see it. We love to see that our live streams are definitely helping with you guys and what you want to do with your athletes. Especially in COVID times, it's definitely difficult to come out and watch your kids or grandkids or nieces or nephews or whatever sports. Olympus's press defense there is looking really good. It's definitely preventing Herriman from getting much. There was no goal right there. The shot clock was reset, but it was an attempted shot by number 4, White, Lindsay Thornton. And that was a goal by 12, Dark, Penelope Knight. I look away for 1 second and she scores. I don't know. Attempted steal there from Juliet Ransom, and manages number 3, White, Allison Garlick, manages to hold on to it. And passes it over to her teammate, Genova Hansen. Genova passes it down to Ava Mingo. Mia Johnson fouls her. It's passed into number 7, who's driving in, Genova Hansen. Great knockdown there from Ava Ransom, Olympus goalie. Ball's passed up to Mia Johnson, who's driving in. She tries to get it across to Penelope Knight. It just falls short, and it is stolen back by number 4, White, Lindsay Thornton. Sorry, every time I look at my roster, it looks like it says Thompson, but it does not. It does not say Thompson, it says Thornton. Beautiful pass there from Ava into her center. And it is stolen away by number 12, Dark, Penelope Knight. Poppy's kind of on a roll here so far. And the ball is passed into her. She gets up and puts it in a corner. Great goal by number 12, Dark, Poppy Knight. Beautiful pass from number 9 into the center. Number 4, Brianna Petty fouls the center. Number 7 takes the ball, passes it back over to number 4, and it is stolen back by number 9, Dark, Brianna Petty. Looks like it was going to be recovered there from Genova Hansen, but Olympus did manage to keep that ball. Ava Ransom with a very risky pass, does not pay off, but her sister there, Juliet Ransom, manages to get the ball back somehow. Back into Poppy Knight, who is wide open in center, and another great shot and goal by number 12, Dark, Poppy Knight. They're not working, I'm sorry. Brianna Petty fouls number 9. That's Peyton Ming. And a great shot and goal there by number 4, White, Lindsay Thornton. Brings our score 11-3 with about 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in our second quarter here before we go into halftime. Olympus is in the lead. Mia Johnson, risky 50-50 up to number 9, Brianna Petty, stolen back by Lindsay Thornton, number 4, White. She sprints ahead, gorgeous body length ahead of her defense, but a beautiful block there by Ava Ransom. 1A for Olympus. Two-meter is called. Attempted pass into number 9, White there, stolen back by Ava Ransom. It is Olympus's ball. We have just under a minute remaining in the second quarter here. Ava Ransom, risky pass up to number 6, Stark, Izzy Johnson. Up to Juliet Ransom. And it is stolen back by number 4, White, Lindsay Thornton, who is on fire this game. She is absolutely killing it. She gets it up to number 7, Genova Hansen, who puts it in a corner. Great goal there by number 7, White, Genova Hansen. We have just under 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter here. Ainsley Marsh swims the ball in cautiously. Herriman is definitely stepping up their game on their press defense here. There is not a lot of places she can pass it. She gets it into center there. Brianna Petty turns and shoots. And it is saved by Amelia Rhodes, the Herriman goalie. And that is the end of our first half here. Our current score is 11-4 with Olympus in the lead. We'll see you all back after the break. Oh, I forgot to turn my mic on. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the third quarter of our Division II Olympus versus Herriman game. That was number 3, White, whose name I'll have in a second. Hold on. Allison Garlick with the win on the sprint there. And I would just like to say that I am sorry that I had to mute the mics in between the quarters. We're not... we can't really have copyrighted songs that we play in between quarters and everything on the videos, otherwise they'll get taken down. That's an exclusion on number... who is that? Anyway, that was a great goal there by, that was number 3, Ainsley Marsh on the exclusion, but that was number 9, Peyton Ming with the great goal there. But yeah, I'm sorry that we have to mute them in between quarters because otherwise all of you would have been vibing to Fergalicious like I was. It's all right. Just imagine that you were because it's more fun that way. I don't really even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm supposed to be talking about water polo. Elle Graham passes the ball over to Penelope Knight, who gains the ordinary foul. Herriman is stepping up their press defense here, definitely trying to front Brianna Petty in center. Risky pass from Ainsley Marsh pays off. Brianna Petty gets ahead, gets up for the shot, and puts it in a corner. Great shot and goal there by number 9, Dark Brianna Petty. Number 9, White Peyton Ming manages to get ahead of her defenders. Ainsley March catches up quickly, but number 9 is not letting the ball get taken from her soon. Anytime soon is what I was trying to say there. She passes it out to number 2. There's a drop coming from the Olympus defense. And it's passed over to number 6. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. In a last throwaway attempt to get it over to number 6 there, looks like. Mia Johnson catches the ball out of midair and passes it up to Brianna Petty, who is once again ahead of her defense by a full body length. Number 6 is catching up to her quickly, though. Brianna turns and puts it in a corner. Another great shot by Brianna Petty, number 9 for Olympus. Now, not to over-exaggerate anything, but I'm pretty sure she's had 16 goals and Olympus only has 13 points right now. So congratulations to Brianna for, breaking the concept of points. I think we all can pretend that the words that come out of my mouth are a part of the English language and form logical sentences, right? We can all just pretend. That was an exclusion on number 12, Dark Penelope Knight, sending Herriman into a power play. Risky pass into the center there, popped out to number 7. Ball's passed over to number 4, and a great block down by number 1, Elle Graham. Attempted pass up to Mia Johnson there is stolen by number 4, White Lindsay Thornton. Passed up to number 9. Number 7 has no defense on her except a beautiful shot and goal by number 10, Dark Mia Johnson. From the look of how she plays, you would not believe that she's 11, 12? I can't remember, but it's obscene for how good she plays. Risky 50-50 ball. Oh. Sorry. I can laugh at her. She's my teammate. It's okay. Risky 50-50 ball is thrown up to number 4, Lindsay Thornton. It's almost stolen by Ainsley Marsh. 4 turns to shoot. It hits Elle Graham in the face, bounces out, and it is a 2-meter corner throw now. Elle Graham is a Division I field player, so she'll have to learn pretty soon, being in the cage for these guys, that being hit in the face is just a part of the job description. Number 6, Josette Gonzalez. I don't know why I said that so weirdly. Gonzalez passes over to Megan Stringham for Olympus, who gets it over to Izzy Johnson, who turns and puts it in the cage. That's a goal by number 6, Dark Izzy Johnson. She looks super happy about that one. Can't wait to see if this is a pretty big confidence booster for her. I've seen her shoot well in practice, but in games she kind of freezes, so it's good to see her make a goal. We have just over 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter here. And as always, keep in mind that the score does not always reflect the level of play here. Herriman is putting up a solid fight. Let me tell you what, just watching this game, I would not have guessed that the score would be 15-5 right now. Although Megan Stringham there with her super difficult press defense to get past, not allowing Ava Mingo any wiggle room. Ava tries to just throw it away. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Juliet Ransom kind of looking around thinking that was the game clock. It was not. It's all right. And that is the game clock. We have one more break before our fourth quarter here. We will be back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Division II Herriman versus Olympus game. This is quarter number 4. That sprint was won by Genova Hansen there. Ball is passed into the center, Lindsay Thornton there, and it is just barely skipped outside of the left side of the outside of the cage. It's outside of the cage. It did not count. English words. It's passed up to Penelope Knight. Looks as though Coach Stringham might have told them that they need to do a certain number of passes before they score right now. But that was a great steal by number 3, White Allison Garlick. Number 7, Genova Hansen over here passing it into number 4. Risky 50-50 ball, almost stolen a couple of times. It's kind of a mess right now. Hold on just a second. And number 4 for Herriman comes away with the ball. She attempts a shot, and it skies over the cage. Beautiful shot and goal there by number 12 Dark, Poppy Knight. I was about to say number 12 Knight, Poppy Dark, I think. I don't know. From now on, Poppy, I will only be calling you number 12 Knight, Poppy Dark. That makes sense. Ball is passed into center, number 4, who tries to gain the ordinary foul, even though she is inside the 6 meters there. 50-50 pass into the center. A foul is gained. I'm not sure what's happening. There's an exclusion away from the ball, I think. Or maybe at the ball. I couldn't really tell. There's a timeout. All right, we'll be back after the timeout. All right, here we are in our power play. It was actually an exclusion on number 11, Dark, Juliet Ransom. Number 3 moves in, And a gorgeous shot and goal by number 3 white, Allison Garlick. It might be Garlick. I'm sorry if it is. I don't know. Attempted shot there from number 11, Dark Juliet Ransom. Just barely skies over the cage, and the ball is given back to number 1, Amelia Rhodes. There's an exclusion on number 3, Dark Ainsley Marsh, sending Herriman into another power play. And a beautiful shot and goal from number 4, white, Lindsay Thornton. Like I said, she is having a killer game right now. And, you know, I was thinking that I could actually just kind of copy. I don't know if any of you watch James Marriott on YouTube, but I could just copy his outro, which is just, I think, like this video if you enjoyed it, and comment and subscribe if you have not done so already. We appreciate it greatly here at Game On Live Studios. And we'll see you for the next game, even though this game isn't over yet. So, you know, there's that. I don't really know what I'm saying anymore. Anyway, Olympus ball. Some great press defense happening here from a Genova Hansen, number 7 for Herriman. There's a contra foul called for Emmy Wardle pushing off for defense. Ball is handed back to number 8, White. Kind of an open water pass there. Number 12 does manage to retrieve it and passes it up to her teammate, number 6, White. Josette Gonzalez. It's passed into number 4. Great block. Oh, excuse me. Great block down by number 1, Ava Ransom, who gets it up to Mia Johnson, who puts it in the cage. Great shot and goal by number 10, Dark, Mia Johnson. Risky pass into the center there to Genova Hansen. It does, who does manage to draw the ordinary foul. Ball is passed out to Hannah Beal, number 8, back into Genova Hansen. Great shot and goal by number 7, White, Genova Hansen. How many times can I say Genova Hansen in one possession? Many times, apparently. Our current score is 17-8 with about 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter here. Be sure to stay tuned for our Division II 18 and under men's game, also Herriman versus Olympus. We are really grateful for you guys watching. We're happy that we can keep stuff like this going during COVID times and everything, and hopefully everything will get better soon. Izzy Johnson looking for an open pass. She finds it with Brianna Petty, who gets it into Juliet Ransom, who turns and shoots it. Great goal by number 11, Dark Juliet Ransom. Mia Johnson with an attempted steal there, but number 8, Hannah Beal, manages to protect it very well. She's looking for that ordinary foul. Refs are waiting for a little more movement from her before they give it to her, I think. Hannah tries to pass it into Genova, who turns, gets it over to number 4 there. 3, 2, 1. And that is the shot clock. It is back to Olympus ball with 37 seconds remaining on the game clock. Coach is calling for Ava Ransom to slow it down quite a bit. She doesn't quite listen. But luckily for him, number 12, White, comes in and takes the ball. I'm not sure who that is. I don't have her name on my roster, but it was a great steal from her, number 12, White. 10 seconds remaining in the game. Mia Johnson with some heavy press defense here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is our game. Our final score is 18-8 with Olympus with the win. Congratulations to both teams. You both played amazing. I will be back for the next game, hopefully with a brain that is more in order. This has been Audrey Hall with Game On Live Studios, streaming from Olympus High School in Salt Lake City, Utah. We're happy to have you here. Thank you so much. I will say really quickly, it does sound like we have a birthday shout out for number 8 on Herriman, Hannah Beal. So happy birthday, Hannah. Hello there, everyone. I'm sorry I'm a little late to this, but this is our 18 and under men's Division II game, Olympus versus Herriman. Our current score is still 0-0 right now, and Olympus has the ball. Ball's passed over to number 11, Ethan Woodbury, who starts to drive in. Second guesses himself last second, passes it over to his teammate. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Attempted pass into center there, and that is the end of the shot clock. It is Herriman ball. That was a great steal there by number 13, White, Matei Marsh. But it is quickly stolen back by number 3, White. Hold on, let's see if anything comes of this. And we've got some super strong press defense from number 4, Isaac Wordle. And that was a steal by number 3, White, Luke Strong. And a contra foul is called for being inside the 2 meter. Number 11 does not look happy about that one. Goalie Max Tyler gets the ball over to Matei Marsh, who sprints in. Number 10 does not seem to know he's there. Matei passes over. A bad decision on his part. He clearly he had a pretty clear shot there, and Ethan Woodbury was not quite ready for that ball to come in. But Ethan Woodbury protects it nonetheless. We got 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock here. Ethan turns, passes up to Beckham Jones, who shoots it, and a great knockdown from the goalie for Herriman. That's Samuel Weller. Beautiful pass up to number 3, Luke Strong. He's got Isaac Wordle right on his back. He tries to lob it over the goalie's head. But the goalie, Max Tyler, is protected by Jackson Gilbert, number 3 for Olympus. Ethan Woodbury with an attempted shot bounces out and back into the field of play. And it is Herriman ball. Ball is passed back to the goalie. And there is a contra foul called away from the ball, probably in the center, making an Olympus ball once more. Ethan Woodbury passes over to Matei Marsh, who gets up, passes back over to Ethan Woodbury, shoots, and a beautiful knockdown by Samuel Weller, the Herriman goalie. With a minute and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter, we are still at 0-0. Just goes to show how equal these teams are. Matei Marsh with a beautiful steal there, number 13 for Olympus. He swims in. Goalie goes out for the steal. Matei puts it just over his head. It bounces off the crossbar. And there is a recovery by number 8, Dark Kai Johnson for the goal. Puts Olympus up on the board and gives us a score of 1-0. You better be. Some strong press defense from Olympus causes number 10, White, Reed Erickson, to pass just short. Stolen by Beckham Jones, Ethan Woodbury, and Isaac Wordle. Those 3 kind of helped participate in that one. Matei Marsh passes the ball across to Beckham Jones for a beautiful redirect shot and goal from number 10, Dark Beckham Jones. We've got just under a minute remaining in the first quarter here. Just a couple of possessions left to make a difference. Score is still only 2-0. We are still at a very equal level playing field right now. We'll see what Herriman can do with this last possession. Or 2, who knows. 12 immediately gets the ball up to number 6, William Stoddart, who starts to swim in. And the ball is taken out from underneath him by number 2, Isaac Swan. Passes it over to Beckham Jones, number 10. Matei Marsh is wide open on the left-hand side. Goalie's getting ready. And a beautiful shot and goal by number 13, Dark Matei Marsh. We got 25 seconds remaining in this first quarter here. Herriman's been playing some super strong offense, but Olympus's defense has just been a little stronger. We'll see if they can bounce back from that. And a ball under from Beckham Jones. 17 seconds remaining on the game clock. He puts it into play, passes it over to Kai Johnson. Number 10 immediately gets on Johnson. Kai gets up, passes it over to Beckham Jones, who attempts a backhand. There's a little bit of a mess, but in the end, that is a goal by number 10, Dark, Beckham Jones. Four seconds on the game clock. Number 10 gets up. And a beautiful tip out by the Olympus goalie, Max Tyler. That will wrap up our first quarter. We will be right back for quarter number 2. And hello everyone and welcome back to the second quarter of our 18 and under Division II men's game, Herriman versus Olympus. Our sprint is won by number 13, Dark, Matei Marsh. Ethan Woodbury immediately gets the ball back up to Matei, who passes it across to Beckham Jones, looking for another redirect. Beckham takes the shot, it bounces off of the crossbar and into the hands of number 8, William Holmes for Herriman. Looks like 6 White William Stoddard is ahead of his defenders, but Kai Johnson quickly fixes that issue, giving him the ordinary foul. 6 looks for any kind of pass he can find. We got 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And Kai Johnson, number 8 for Olympus, comes away with the steal. He gets it up to Beckham Jones, number 10. He's got 2 defenders on his back. We'll see if he can make it work. And he does. Another great goal by number 10, Dark, Beckham Jones. Our current score is 5-0 in this second quarter here with Olympus in the lead. Beckham Jones with a great steal there, passes it up to number 13, Dark, Matei Marsh, who gets up, waits for that goalie to go down, and puts it right over his head in that donut hole. That is another goal for number 13, Dark, Matei Marsh. And as always, we love to see your support for your athletes in the comments. It really shows that our streams make a difference. So if you have anything to say to your athlete, go ahead and say it there in the live chat, and we will give them a shout out here. A little bit of a struggle for the ball, but number 11, Dark, Ethan Woodbury, comes away with it. Risky pass from Max Tyler goes up to Matei Marsh. I guess not risky, just a little far away from where he was swimming. Back over to Beckham Jones, who puts it in a corner. Great goal by number 10, Dark, Beckham Jones. Matei Marsh with a little heavy-handed on the whoa. Matei Marsh draws an ordinary foul on number 4, White Carter Schubacher. Schubach, not Schubacher. Sorry, I don't know where I got the ER from. Five seconds remaining on the shot clock here. Ethan Woodbury not allowing number 3 to get that goal he so desperately wants. Number 3 skies it over the cage. Luke Strong with the attempted shot there. And the ball goes back to Olympus. Attempted shot there from number 4, Dark Isaac Worrell. Really nice block from number 1 for Herriman, Samuel Weller. He passes it up to number 3, Luke Strong there. Foul from Ethan Woodbury, number 11. Ethan Woodbury knocks it out of his hands. Goes for the steal, but number 3 gains yet another ordinary foul there, Luke Strong. Exclusion away from the ball. That's number 13, Dark Matei Marsh on the exclusion. Herriman gets another shot clock and a man-up situation here. Bounces just barely off of number 4's shoulders, Carter Schubach. A little bit of a confusing 6-on-5 setup here, but it does seem to be working for them. They have 10 seconds remaining here. Number 10, White Reed Erickson, takes a shot, just barely skies it over the cage, and the ball goes back to Max Tyler. This game is definitely going by fast. We have just under 2 minutes remaining in this second quarter here. Max Tyler gets the ball up to Beckham Jones. Over to Isaac Wardle, who passes it into Kai Johnson. Struggling around a little bit. Looks like Reed Erickson draws that 5-meter there. Number 10, White with the 5-meter penalty. And number 8, Dark Kai Johnson will take it. Beautiful shot from Kai Johnson there. Another goal for Olympus, although I will say I'd like to give Samuel Weller some credit there. He did get his hand on it. He got up really big, and those are not easy to block. Olympus coming off yet again pretty heavy-handed on the press defense, drawing ordinary fouls where they don't need to be drawn. And Ethan Woodbury, number 11, Dark, with yet another steal. He is on fire today. Number 3, Luke Strong right on his back. Number 10, White. Reed Erickson managed to get the steal. Goalie Samuel Weller passes it up to Samuel Noyce, number 11, White. A little bit of a struggle for the ball here, and it ends up in the hands of number 2, Dark Isaac Swan, who passes it up to Matei Marsh, number 13. Just under a minute remaining here. We got 30 seconds or so remaining in the quarter. 17 seconds on the shot clock for Olympus. Kai Johnson tries to put it in, but Samuel Weller says absolutely not and knocks it down. Passing it up to number 3, White. That's Luke Strong. 20 seconds on the game and the shot clock, or something along those lines. It's a little off for them, but it's okay. Max Tyler with a steal there, but Luke Strong takes the ball back, and that is an exclusion on the goalie, Max Tyler. You do not see that happen a lot, and Olympus is not doing a great job of getting their field players in the cage, and reasonably so. The Herriman coach calls for a timeout, so we will be back after that. And here we are after our timeout break. We have no goalie in the cage right now, a bunch of Olympus players. And a great knockdown from the Olympus field players, protecting that goal there for Max Tyler. That is the end of our second quarter. Yeah, the end of our second quarter. We're going into halftime right now, so we will be back after that. Hello, everyone, and here we are back with the third quarter of our Division II 1800 men's Herriman versus Olympus game. I always forget like all of the adjectives I need to use to describe this game before I start announcing it. Herriman does win the sprint there. Looks like they have a... Oh, right. Sorry. Since Herriman won the sprint, Max Tyler was still excluded. Luckily, Kai Johnson did manage to make the block there. He passes it up to Matei Marsh. Max Tyler is back in the cage for Olympus there. Yeah, you cannot really get on top of a player like Max Tyler did there in that play. It's hard to get excluded as a goalie, but that does make it easy. The ball is passed from number 11 into the center, number 4 there. He gains an ordinary foul, cannot shoot that. He passes it out to number 3. Attempted skip shot blocked down by Max Tyler. I'll bet he is happy to be back in the cage. From a goalie's perspective, it is one of the most stressful things to watch as your team tries to block things as you're sitting in an exclusion box. It's only happened to me once, and I am grateful for it. Jackson Gilbert looks for anyone he can pass it to. Looks like there was a contra foul, however, probably in the center there with Beckham Jones, but I'm not entirely sure. But either way, it is Herriman ball. Matei Marsh is using an interesting tactic of kind of just swatting at the ball in the hopes that it'll get him the ball, but it doesn't quite work. Number 12 does manage to get it over to number 3. passes it back into number 12, who's driving in. He's got 2 defenders on him. Matei Marsh and Kai Johnson work together to get the ball back to their goalie, Max Tyler. Oh, and I did not start out this quarter by announcing the score, so our current score is 8-0 with Olympus in the lead. And that was a great steal by number 10, White, Reed Erickson. Ball goes back to Samuel Weller, the Herriman goalie, and up to his players who work it down the line. They are on the wrong side for their center. Number 3 tries to drive, but Ethan Woodbury manages to get ball side and steals the ball. Beautiful block down by Samuel Weller there. There might have been a few theatrics from Isaac Swan there, but I'm not entirely sure. It looked like number 8 was pretty far away from him, but either way, number 8 White, William Holmes, is excluded, giving Olympus a power play.
I did not see that at all.
Ball's passed into Beckham Jones, who attempts a backhand, and another great knockdown from Samuel Weller. Number 11 starts to try and drive in. He manages to get his back to number 3 before he can steal it, but there is some fight going on with the ball here. Olympus is not letting up their press defense for anything at this point. Attempted shot just barely goes out of the right-hand side of the cage. And ball goes back to Max Tyler. Once again, I swear, this game is going so fast. We already only have about 2 minutes remaining. That was a great shot and goal by number 13, Dark Matei Marsh. Ball's passed around the outside. Olympus is playing their heavy-handed press defense that should be probably gaining them more ordinary fouls than they're gaining, but ball gets passed into number 4, Carter Schubach, who turns around, throws it right at Max Tyler, who gets it over to Ethan Woodbury, who shoots and scores. Another great goal by number 11, Dark, Ethan Woodbury. Number 6 attempts a drive there, William Stoddart, with actually, it was a really good drive, but just happened that Matei Marsh, number 13, Dark, was right there to take it from him. Ref Tyson calls for the ball. We have just under a minute remaining here. There's an exclusion, a double exclusion here on number 8, Dark, Kai Johnson, and number 4, White, Carter Schubach. The teams will be playing 5-on-5 for right now. Ball goes back to goalie Max Tyler for Olympus. I believe that's Kai Johnson's second exclusion. Matei Marsh playing some pretty aggressive press defense once again. Ethan Woodbury making the interesting decision to continue to go after the goalie. Although, I don't know, maybe the other goalie will get excluded as well. Attempted shot there from number 9, White, Drew Mose. Hits Max Tyler right in the chest with just about 30 seconds remaining in this quarter. I'm sure I was going to finish that sentence somehow, but I don't remember. So now Ethan Woodbury has the ball. He shoots it. A great block down from Samuel Weller there. 10 seconds remaining on the game clock. He tries to get it up to number 3, who turns, is overwhelmed by 4 Olympus players, and that is the quarter. Our current score is 10-0 with Olympus in the lead, and we will be back for quarter number 4. Hello and welcome back to quarter number 4 of our Olympus versus Herriman D2 18 and under men's game. Herriman with the win on the sprint there, number 9, Drew Mose. Olympus is playing some very heavy-handed defense right now. I was talking to one of the refs at that break right there, and she was saying that if Herriman were to let go of the ball more, it would actually gain them a lot more ordinary fouls. Great steal there, by the way, by number 4, Dark, Isaac Wardle. But essentially what's happening here is, when the player is still holding onto the ball, there's no removal of advantage because they still have the ball in their possession. Great goal there by number 13, Dark, Matei Marsh. And so as long as the player has the ball in their hands, they are not losing. But essentially, as long as you still have your hand on the ball, you have the advantage of the ball. Even if Olympus is playing as heavy-handed as they are, it could easily be prevented by just letting go of the ball. And there's an exclusion on number 10, Dark, Beckham Jones, for turning his defense around a little bit. And it looks like Herriman is planning on playing a 7-on-5, actually, bringing their goalie out past half. The goalie is not quite integrating himself into the field of play, though. There he goes. No one really knows how to press a goalie. It's actually kind of funny to see them react to having the goalie there. Number 9 looks over to number 7, who shoots it, and it just barely lands in front of number 13, Matei Marsh. There is no goalie in the cage right now. Ethan Woodbury tries to take advantage of it, but the goalie does Samuel Weller does manage to get back in the cage as his teammate number 10, White, Reed Erickson, manages to steal the ball back. Now, if you saw Olympus take Max Tyler out for a little bit and put a field player in the cage, that is actually a play that Sean Stringham commonly does with his D1 18U boys as well. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is with it, but I know that he does it where he takes the goalie out into the field and leaves a field player in the cage. That was a little bit of a fight for the ball there. Pretty confusing up until it was stolen definitely by number 4, Dark, Isaac Wardle. Set into Beckham Jones, who backhands it into that upper left-hand corner. Our current score is 12-0 with Olympus in the lead. I was about to say I would think that they would start implementing some sort of more mercy rule at some point. I was right. Looks like number 8, Dark, Kai Johnson, has now become 1A for Olympus. Herriman looks like they're once again planning on playing a 7-on-6 here. That new rule is fairly beneficial as long as the goalie passes it to one of his own players. Ethan Woodbury with the steal there. And there's an exclusion on number 3, White, Luke Strong, for going over Ethan Woodbury's back. And Beckham Jones, number 10, Dark, with the goal. With about 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter here, the ball is at goalie Samuel Weller, passes over to number 11. Samuel Weller goes back to his cage. It sounds so morbid when I say it like that, but that's what we call it. That was a great steal there by number 2, Dark, Isaac Swan. Passes up to number 3, that's Jackson Gilbert. Passes over to Isaac Wardle, who turns, passes over to Matei Marsh. There's a lot of passing going on here. I say that like passing isn't common in water polo, I guess. Anyway. 5 seconds on the shot clock here. Lots of struggle for the ball, and number 10, White, comes away with it. Reed Erickson with a great steal. However, Beckham Jones is right on his back, a little too much on his back it seems like, and that is another exclusion on number 10, Dark Beckham Jones. That might be his third, although I'm not entirely sure. Either way, it is back to Olympus ball now. The ball is at Kai Johnson currently, passes over to Beckham Jones, who apparently is not rolled just yet. If he gets one more, he will be, but there is only a minute remaining in the game, so it won't impact much for him. He tries to turn and get it over to Matei Marsh, which he succeeds in. However, it is immediately passed over to number 4, White, Carter Schubach, who takes the ball for Herriman. We've got under a minute remaining in the fourth quarter here, 40 seconds or so. Herriman's playing a 7-on-6 as of right now. Tries to get it over to number 12. Great steal by number 4, Dark Isaac Wardle. He gets it over to Matei Marsh. Into Jackson Gilbert, who scores, putting Olympus up 14-0 with 22 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter here. .20 seconds remaining on the shot clock, or on the game clock here, sorry. 10 seconds, the coach is calling for Sam to move in. And there's an exclusion on number 13, Dark, Matei Marsh. Nope. Number 8, Dark, that's Kai Johnson. No, it's not. That's Max Tyler. And that is the game. Our final score is 14-0 with Olympus with the win. Great job to both teams. You both played some fantastic water polo tonight. This has been Audrey Hall with Game On Live Studios. If you like what we do, please subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of this with some other sports, water polo, hockey, all that fun stuff. And we will see you next time.